All right, welcome back, everyone. My name is Kobe Kushner. I'm part of the research team here at Red Cloud. I'm here with John Bay of Standard Uranium. This is another uranium explorer with some very interesting projects in the Athabasca. John, you've got about 10 minutes, give or take, and we'll follow up with a Q&A session. Attendees, please feel free to submit your questions at any point. And on to you, John.
Thanks, Kobe, and thank you, Red Cloud, for giving this opportunity for us to share our story with our audience. I know we have several of our shareholders joining today, and we have many people who are probably new to the story. So I'm going to give you the flyby quick 10-minute presentation, and I hope to go through your questions and get a few of those answered for you. So once again, we are Standard Uranium. We are a Canadian junior uranium exploration company focused in Saskatchewan, and we want to find the fuel to power a clean energy future. So this is our hold on a second. I want my slides to move. There we go. This is our legal disclaimer. Please look at that at your own time. So we find the fuel to power a clean energy future is our tagline. This map on the left is the Athabasca Basin. That is northern Saskatchewan, the greatest place in the world to find high-grade uranium. You can see on that map 5 of our projects, and the bottom left corner is our flagship. That's our Davidson River project, currently drilling that right now. Program wrapping up in the next week. Up in the north, you see our Sundog project. We were just there a few days ago, and some news is coming out about our exploration program, which I'll talk about today, starting off in the Q1 of 2022. And on the eastern side of the basin, we have 3 other projects, which we hope to be exploring this upcoming summer in 2022 as well. So today I want to talk about, 5 things. 5 things that are important to us, and I'm going to go through these a bit more detail as we go through the slide presentation. Number 1, if you're looking at a junior exploration company, you want to have a team that's been proven. They have experience. They've made discoveries in the element you're looking for. You want to be in an area that is really beneficial for mining and exploration, and Saskatchewan is just that. The timing has to be right. So right now we're seeing on the macro side, the stories around nuclear energy and uranium is extremely bright for the next 10, 20, 30 years. And on the micro side, we are at that pre-discovery stage, so an excellent time for shareholders to join us. And we've got projects, incredible projects, the Davidson River being our flagship, our Sundog, and our Eastern Basin projects, which we'll walk through. So number 1, here is a snapshot of our company. So we started this company privately back in 2017. We took the company public last May the 4th, actually, of 2020. So we've been a public company now for about a year and a half. For those investors who joined us prior to going public, we did a capital raise at 15 cents. So today we're sitting around 40 cents. So a nice value gain for those investors who joined just over a year and a half ago. Our flagship projects at Davidson River, I will be talking about that at length. Our team, I'm going to walk you through who our team are on the team slide, and the nuclear renaissance. We believe this is a remarkable time for nuclear energy, and it's just going to be getting better and better. And short-term catalysts, we're drilling right now, our Davidson River project. Assays are expected back any day now. I know many of you are very eager, as we are, to get those results so we can publish them. And we're going to finish the drill program and send those results to the assay lab, and we'll get those back towards the end of, mid to the end of December. We'll be able to use that data to plan our next drill program on the Davidson River. So here's our team. You can see on the top there, those are our 5 board members, myself being the CEO and president. Neil McCallum and Garrett Ainsworth are both uranium geologists by trade. They also do other elements, but they are really specialists in uranium. Ken Judge and Blair Jordan are corporate lawyers and capital markets guys. Blair's in Canada, Ken's in Europe. On the bottom of the screen, you see Martin Bajic, our CFO in Vancouver, Lori Thomas, who is our Vice President of Investor Relations, and Sean Hilliker, who you may see in many videos with myself. He's our VP of Exploration. This next slide takes you into more detail about our technical team. I know I'm flying through this, but these 3 guys have got a wealth of experience in uranium, specifically in uranium discoveries in the southwest corner where our Davidson River project is. Garrett and Sean come to us from NextGen, and Neil comes to us from Daruge Geologic, where he works as an employee with there, but he consults with us. So a great team of geologists for sure. Now, the Davidson River project is our flagship. It's in the southwest corner. This is a map of the southwest corner. You can see all the projects that are all around us. And why our Davidson River is so exciting is we've proven that it sits on the same trend, the Patterson Lake conductor, which runs from the eastern side here right through the western side, and it hosts the Spitfire, the Arrow, and the Triple R deposit. So for those investors who are new to us, please take a time to go back, maybe check out our YouTube channels or Twitter, and you can see videos with us talking about this in great detail. We believe, Saskatchewan is the greatest place in the world, the Athabasca Basin, to make a uranium discovery and to turn that into a mine in the future. So it's got great skilled workforce. It's great political system. Working with First Nations there can work really well. It's got talented labor available. It's a great place to work. And we've got, the greatest grade in the world by far. So you saw some of the numbers we put out this week, scintillometer readings from our Sundog project with, CPS readings, that's counts per seconds, in the tens of thousands, just over 63,000. You don't find that pretty much anywhere else in the world. So these are remarkable numbers in Saskatchewan. And the macro story, I think many of you watching this are pretty familiar with the macro story. We know that Sprott has created the Spot Fund, which is just causing incredible upside in the spot price right now. And now Kazatomprom has come in and done the same thing this week, creating their own fund. On top of that, the Japanese have announced they're going to turn on 30 reactors. The US has been remarkable and continuing to push forward positive legislation from both sides of the party supporting nuclear. The supply and demand fundamentals are incredible. Nuclear is becoming ESG. Several parts of the world are putting it into the ESG investing criteria. So there's lots of great things why we believe the uranium space and nuclear space is going to be very strong for many, many years to come. Now, I also talked about the micro side of it. This is the Lassonde curve. That's our logo down there. We are pre-discovery. So the opportunity to invest with us still pre-discovery, it gives you a huge opportunity for the huge upside that only junior companies can give you in this cycle. So a great time to be investing with Standard Uranium. And the Davidson River program, we started drilling this last summer. So we've done 3 drill programs now, and I'm going to jump through this pretty quickly, but we'll be taking questions on those. And obviously, I can't answer anything about current core that we're seeing right now because we haven't released that yet. But we started drilling last summer. We did 5,000 meters on the Davidson River project, 5,600 meters actually. Then we went ahead to the winter program last winter between January and March, and it was minus 40 up there. We were doing another 3,000 meters of drilling. Once again, most of those holes went into the Warrior trend. 19 of the first 20 holes were into the Warrior trend and 1 onto the Saint trend. And as we moved on to phase 3, which is phase 2.5 this summer, which we're doing right now, we plan to get holes into all 4 of these main corridors. So we started off with some more on the Warrior up to the Saint, several on the Bronco, and a couple on Thunderbird. So we haven't released that data yet, so we can't get into those details right now, but we will be putting out news in the immediate future talking about the first batch of core and then the second batch of core coming towards the end of December. The Sundog project, we put out a news release a couple of days ago, maybe it was even yesterday, actually talking about the Sundog project. So this is our second project in the company. It's up near Uranium City. Now, Uranium City is Canada's first ever uranium district. We believe it's got huge potential. We started staking ground there a couple of years ago. We got things permitted to explore there over a year ago, and we've been working now with the Yatanini First Nations representatives for quite a while now, and we signed our engagement agreement, which gives us the opportunity to go up there and start planning our exploration work. We're working towards our exploration agreement with them now, and we hope to be doing work here in the winter. Actually, we're going to be going up there doing geophysics works in January and February, and we've got plans for our drill program to start in March. Now, following drilling here at the Sundog project, we're going to have the assays back from Davidson, and we're going to be drilling Davidson again in April, May. So it's going to be an extremely exciting time for Standard Uranium to be drilling not only Sundog, but also Davidson River again. There's going to be a lot of data coming out to our investors, and we can't wait to be doing that. A bit of information about Sundog here. It's on the Krakenstone Peninsula, Johnston and Stewart Islands. We were up there a few days ago, and we had our scintillometers out, walking through the projects, looking where we were going to be drilling. And if you saw any of the videos, Sean Hilliker with the scintillometer was getting readings of greater than 63,000 CPS. That's counts per seconds at our Sky target, greater than 27,000 at our Java target, and greater than 40,000 at our newly discovered Haven target. So those are remarkable scint numbers. And I hope if you have any questions about those, we'd love to talk about that. The core or the rocks that we sampled, we've sent those off to the lab as well. So we'll get that back in a couple months. Here's some pictures of the rocks and the grounds from the projects. We're actually up there about a year ago, actually December of 2020. The key things for Sundog we really wanted to focus on over the past year was we really had to nail down our community engagements. Our relationship with the Yatanini and the individuals and groups in this region has to be first class. We cannot be moving forward without that. So we know our success is their success, and we go hand in hand. This region is remarkable. If you can believe it, it's got a population of less than 75 people right now. And back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, had a town of 5,000 people, all focused on uranium mining. So we hope this region is going to get exciting again. We know there's lots of companies up there staking ground. Some of them are starting to work. Some of them are applying for permits. We believe this is going to be an exciting new uranium district in the near future as well. And we're going to be one of the first companies in there drilling it. So the Eastern Basin, I haven't touched on that yet. We've got 3 other projects over there. They are sort of earlier stage, and we hope to get to those next summer as well. We've got some geophysics works to do. We're in the process of permitting these as well. This also falls under the land jurisdiction of the Yatanini Group, and we're working on an agreement there as well. So this is something else to look forward to for our shareholders. And we'll wrap up with our corporate information. So right now you can see our share price is around 39.40 cents today, which gives us a market cap just north of 45 million Canadian. We still got $5 million in the bank because of how well our share price has done over the past several months. We've had about 1.5 million of warrants get exercised. We are listed on the TSX Venture, the OTC in the US, and Frankfurt exchanges. We currently have 118 million shares out, market cap around 47 million. Now think about this for a second. We took this company public May of last year, 2020. We had a market cap of under $5 million. That's pretty remarkable. We're raising money at 15 cents at that point. Our market cap today is just north of 45 million. That's pretty good appreciation in about 18 months. So shareholders who participated earlier rounds and continue to make money, we're really happy to have them on board. One of those shareholders, of course, was Mike Alkin from Station Cove, who was a fan of ours and liked our story and our team way back in 2018 when he first started investing with us. And right after our go public, L2 Capital from Australia came involved, and that's Marcelo Lopez and Guy Keller from Tribeca, also out of Australia, and Azarias Capital out of the US as well. So a great group of international uranium funds, specifically looking for companies like ours for big opportunities, who they believe can have that. So any questions I'm happy to take right now. I know I flew through this really fast. We're going to be putting out a lot of videos over the next few weeks talking about what we're doing at both Sundog, what's happening at Davidson River, what our plans are for next year. But I can tell you, we're excited. We're going to be working hard for you, doing a lot more exploration work and a lot of drilling, and we'll have a lot of information coming out over the next 6 to 12 months. So our shareholders can be really happy of all the stuff we're doing for them right now. And we hope to add you as a new shareholder. I'm happy to take questions now.
All right, John, thanks for a great presentation. We have some questions here. So late this summer, you raised $5 million. Can you give us a breakdown of where this money will go in terms of which project?
Yeah, so the money we raised, we currently have 5 million in the bank right now. So some of that money, probably about half of that, was already been spent on the summer drill program. So we entered the summer with a couple $1 million in the bank, knowing that our drill program was going to be between 4 and 5 million. So half of it's already gone there, and we have half of that left over. And all those funds that we have currently will be used for drilling this winter and going into next year as well.
Great. And you mentioned that you wanted to discuss the SINT results. So let's do that. Remind us again, what do those results mean exactly? What is SINT measuring? How does it typically correlate with grade?
Good question. So good news, we actually filmed a video on this just a few days ago while we were up there. So CPS stands for counts per second. And does it have a direct correlation to percent uranium? It doesn't, percent grade. So it's a bit more complex. What it does tell you is that when you hear CPS readings, it gives you a good idea that there is uranium in the ground. Unlike other metals, you can't see uranium. So what you can, quite often, you can use a scintillometer actually to give you that sound. A lot of other elements won't do that, but a scintillometer allows us to hear when there's radioactive materials around. And it's not just uranium. You can also have thorium, potassium, but using an RS-125 scintillometer like we use, it can give you a breakdown of what you're seeing, and that is high uranium counts on our Sundog project.
Right. And how do you guys compare with your peers? You've got a lot of other junior explorers in the Athabasca. What kind of advantages do you guys pose versus the other companies from even the past cycle?
Yeah, so it's a great question. I mean, we look at all our peers all the time. A lot of them have got fantastic management like we do. Some of them have been around for many years. Some of them are brand new. We look at, the projects they have, the regions they're in, how close they are in the cycle. There's only a handful of us that are early stage explorers, and we all have different style of projects. So ours is quite unique. We've got some experienced management team who've actually made discoveries in the specific regions, and we know exactly the same type of rocks we're looking for that we are at the Davidson River project, which we believe is a really good point for us to have. market cap, how we're spending money, all those things, keeping cash flows low. I think most companies do a pretty good job. So if you are an investor trying to compare different companies and looking at what you're looking for, I think what you want to find out is who are the management, what have they done before, what's their track record, are they spending money wisely, do they have good projects, are they in good regions, and I think you'll see Standard Uranium stands out pretty well there.
Great. And with that, we're out of time. What a good place to end it. Thanks again, John, for joining us. And next up is Labrador Uranium.
I got one final thing to add here, Kobe, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, for all those of you who are new to us, maybe don't know the story that well, I really encourage you to follow us on social media. Go to our Twitter account, go to our YouTube account. We put out a ton of information. We love to engage with our shareholders and answer questions and get back to you in real time. So please reach out to us, watch our videos, send me messages, and we'll keep you updated. We're very transparent and we love to react and engage with our shareholders. Thanks again, Red Cloud. Thanks, Kobe, and we look forward to doing these again in the future.